All right, we are now live. Ooh, okay.
Johnny, are you wearing pants?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And now they know. God damn it.
All you had to
Got
do
him.
was say yes.
Johnny simply cannot lie.
Right.
Why did you pick this time to be completely truthful?
He wears no pants and he cannot lie.
Like, seriously, watch this. John, ask me.
David.
Yeah.
You wearing any pants?
Fuck yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm. I believe you.
See? That's all it takes.
Oh,
And the beauty of it is, I'm not going to ask for, proof of pants.
Ask me then. Ask me again.
No, I have no intention of doing so, Johnny. You already showed your fucking hand.
No. He showed his underwear.
Right. I got caught with your hand in the pants, jar.
Oh, hand in the pants. Episode title.
Boom!
Show's over, guys. We got the title. We can finish this thing.
Once I get my hand in the pants, I can finish. Boom! Oh, yeah, we're going morning zoo crew, man.
Yeah.
Implying we have
105.7, the GTT.
I
I
need
would,
more sound effects.
right? I would listen to the hell out of that show.
Yeah, I like Jesse's idea on Twitter that we should get hired by G4. That's a really good idea.
I saw they hired the completionist, and I'm like, I mean, he's cool, but that means they're just hiring anybody. Like, really?
Yeah, any old fucking YouTuber.
Well, like good YouTubers, but how many
The
YouTubers do what we do? And we're a unique concept that's not on G4. Like, we're better than Cops for sure. You know,
That's true.
better than that Cheaters show. I mean,
Oh, man. Are we better than cheaters?
how many years did that show run?
A lot, I think.
I have
Really?
no idea.
If it's still on, you're talking about it.
Well, no, but I think they were reruns. We need to find
hold on.
out.
Hold
I
on.
was just going to say, yeah, the completionist, he's cool.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's not game that tune cool, but he's cool.
Jesse, there are 21 seasons of Cheaters.
Okay, so how many episodes per
330
Okay.
per
So what-
season.
So, whoa!
There's about 6,000 episodes of Cheaters that we have to catch up
All right,
with.
never mind. I
Can
I
you
dropped
even
the case.
imagine? Cheaters has been a daily show for 21 years.
God, that show was bad.
All just catching cheating couples in Dallas. Take that.
Just Dallas? That many
said-
episodes just in Dallas?
Says production location various, but mostly the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. All of it's Dallas.
All right. Who's ready to start the show?
Okay. Last thing on Cheaters trivia.
Our new
actor,
Patreon podcast.
actor Joey Grieco was the show's longest-running host, hosting from late 2002 to mid-2012 and returning in 2019. At the onset of the show's 13th season, he was replaced by Clark James Gable, grandson of legendary actor Clark Gable.
Wow.
What?
That's such a weird piece of trivia.
This is Cheaters with Clark Gable. What?
Franklin, my dear.
I don't give a damn.
He hosted the show until his untimely passing in 2019, which is why they brought back the original guy. So yeah, Clark Gable III couldn't handle fucking the Cheaters life, man.
I hope he said that to somebody.
I guess
at some
he's
point.
just gone to win.
Can you imagine being caught on Cheaters and then realizing you're being confronted by Clark James Gable and just not taking the opportunity to tell the girlfriend that you were cheating on, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
You look over at him like, hey, get ready for this.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Swish.
And he's just
Yeah, I'm
like,
cheating on him.
yeah,
Frankly, I don't give a damn. Oh, he said it.
you know, I hear that every episode, right?
Yeah. We have to edit that out. My grandfather's estate owns that phrase.
All right. Who's ready for the show?
I guess we're ready, man.
Okay.
What a
This has been-
tangent.
All
It's
right.
your fault, Jesse.
I know.
All right, here comes the 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we are back in the house once again. It's your boy, John Harrington, here. We got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got the Game That Tune champion, Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah, guys. Welcome back. Game That Tune back in the house for the 250th time. 250 episodes of Game That Tune, fellas. And if you're expecting some sort of fancy milestone celebration, you're not getting it tonight. We're just doing a regular old episode, but I feel like 250 feels like the kind of thing where you say 250 with emphasis. So hopefully you're not just joining us on Game That Tune. Hopefully you've seen every episode or listened to every episode. But just in case there's any newbies out there, what we're going to do tonight is listen to some video game tunes. We each are going to try to guess each other's games based on the music and a little bit of trivia. And the winner at the end of the night gets to pick a theme for the next episode and play some bonus tunes. And our winner last week was, oh, they're not here. Unfortunately, we couldn't book them for a second consecutive show. The winner was our fantastic guest, Brent Black. What a great guest he was. And he left us a little sticky note with the theme of superhero games, which shockingly, and I did look, we have not done, quote, superhero games at any point during this show. We've done numerous games with superheroes, but the theme superhero games has never been uttered on this show up until now. So we thank you, Brent, and we will try to live up to that theme with 5 fantastic games of tunes and a bunch of goofy bullshit. Guys, I'm pretty excited about this theme. I think there are a lot, dare I say it, a lot of superhero games. Some famous characters, these superheroes, they seem to keep on popping up in games. And I don't want to editorialize, but it seems that all these games are perfect, fantastic games. That's right. No responses to the assertion that all superhero games are perfect and fantastic. I am glad to know that everyone agrees. No. And we're going to play 5 perfect 10s on tonight's show. It's going to be fantastic.
64 reasons why that is not a super answer.
Oh, okay. Man. That's just your 64 opinions, man. But yeah, no, it's going to be a blast, man. There's okay, honestly, just show of hands. Who picked Superman 64?
Well,
Johnny.
Technically, it's just called Superman, so no, I did not.
Fuck! He got us, guys. I knew it. No, it's one of us almost certainly did pick it, but you'll have to listen to the whole show to find out who. So, like I said, we got 5 fantastic games. We've got a great fan request in here, and guys, I think we just need to strap on our capes, light up our rocket boots, put on our fucking Iron Man helmets, swing our Mjolnirs, and assemble our Avengers as we start game 1. I think that was 5 references. Was that good? Yeah, 5 references. Cool. Johnny, start game 1.
Game 1.
Many references. Okay, guys. So, the developers of this game have noted that it was not intended as a full sequel to the previous game, but rather as a standalone expansion focused on establishing the new character's place in the setting rather than completing the story of the previous game. How you guys feeling?
Spectacular.
I'm feeling pretty all right.
Johnny, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Give me an adjective. Pretty good?
An adjective. Pretty green.
Okay.
Man,
It ain't easy being green.
I would hate to read any comic books that start with the pretty green and then this name.
Let's see some answers, guys. Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay,
Oh, that
Johnny.
makes so much more sense.
Johnny says X-Men plus Spider-Man. He's incorrect. David says Square Enix's Avengers. He is incorrect. And Jesse has the correct answer. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Thwip.
Unbelievable.
Spectacular.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I thought this was going to
Superior.
be a home
Web
run
up.
for sure, hat trick, and that perception is shattered.
Oh, Shattered Dimensions. That's
Yep.
a good-
There it is. I managed to work it in. Marvel's Spider-Man, maybe you've heard of him. Miles Morales, maybe you've heard of him. What a game. I want to thank our requester on this one. This one came to us in our Discord. Thank you very much for the request. Should have had this pulled up before. I'm pretty sure it is, but I want to get it right. Thank you for the request. Unsaddled Zebra, Patreon absurd fan, Unsaddled Zebra. Fantastic request, man. Thank you for this. And guys, man, what a game this is. I assume all of you as PlayStation 5 owners have played this, completed it, and are just chomping at the bit for the follow-up, next Marvel Spider-Man game.
I mean, unless it's Spider-Ham, I don't care.
I mean,
I was about
honestly,
to
that's
say,
got to
it's
be
like-
the direction they're going, right?
I was like, did I miss something? Are they going to do like a Ghost Spider game?
Sure. Is
AKA Spider Gwen?
Oh, I mean, they should. She got a lot of shine off that Spider-Verse that came out. And I don't know if you guys saw this movie, Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse.
The movie's so good.
Little indie movie that came out a couple years back. Kind of blew up though.
Yeah,
Very
'cause it's
popular
fucking
movie.
Great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
So
Oscar winner, maybe the most deserving animation Oscar winner of all time. And yeah, it introduced a lot of wide audiences to this character that had been in comics for quite some time. David can tell me about when Miles Morales showed up in the comics.
I thought you were just gonna say Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Maybe you've heard of him.
Maybe you've heard of Peter B. Parker.
Tell us-
Homeless looking chap. What a guy.
Tell us more, David, about this Peter fella.
Yeah. What's his alter ego, David? But no, so yeah, it's nice to see Miles get his own game, even though it's made clear by the developers, it's not his own game. He got a nice hefty DLC pack that they sold in its own separate package. That's pretty cool. I have not played it yet. I'm a little disappointed that I haven't played it, but I just, at first I was waiting for the PS5 and somehow those are never going to come available. And then two, I was like, well, I don't know, man. I'm not going to run out and buy an expansion for Spider-Man. I loved Spider-Man on the PS4. Don't get me wrong. I played it, and I had the intention of 100%ing it. And then I just kind of didn't. But I had a blast playing it. And so I probably should go get Miles Morales for the PS4 and play it. But I don't think there's any rush. I feel like as long as I play it before the next Spider-Man game comes out, I'm good. There's no robust online community for this one. This is just like reading a follow-up. It's like reading an epilogue. So I'll play it at some point. Because it looks dope.
Is it? Because I'm not very familiar with this game. Is it basically just more web swinging? Because I know,
yeah.
Well, I know that the Spider-Man game with Peter Parker had the origin story of the Sinister Six, and there was a weird police state thing where you have to help the police suddenly monitor all of New York, and that kind of awkward thing is Is this less that and more just your Spider-Man swinging around?
I sure hope it is. It would be pretty fucking tone deaf to make the first Black Spider-Man help the police. But I don't know, because that's the thing. It's I'm not sure. I haven't played it, but I'm gonna assume that it's less of that and more just a focused story of Miles living in Harlem and dealing with some young tech villains. I think I saw that the Tinkerer is there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the Tinkerer. David, describe the character of the Tinkerer. Just give me a kind of a description of who that character is and what they do, and maybe a physical description.
Since it's a Miles Morales game, I'm guessing it's based off the Ultimate Comics, and I'm not familiar with Ultimate Tinkerer, but in the classic Tinkerer, he's just kind of like a old guy with glasses who just sort of designs weapons and gear that he sells to supervillains. In Spider-Man Homecoming, he was one of the Vulture's guys.
Yeah,
who was played by the fat
hefty
bearded
fella
guy. Yeah, who was what's her face's brother from Orange Is the New Black.
Right. Okay, so yeah, they definitely nailed the character. They didn't change it at all, because in Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's like a young Afro-Latina woman who doesn't make weapons for supervillains. She makes her own weapons and actually fights Spider-Man with them. So they're messing with things. They're doing their own version of it, and quite frankly, I'm for it. If there's anybody out there mad that they toyed with the Tinkerer, I don't know, man. Fucking change your priorities in life.
Yeah.
This game seems delightful, and it seems like it's for a lot of people, and seems cool. And again, people seem to like this this Miles Morales fellow. It's a good version of the character. I was watching Spider-Verse not too long ago, and David, maybe you can answer this. Why is Miles' dad named Jefferson Davis?
Because it was a common practice to name black people after like founding fathers type things. Like
Mhm.
that's why you get a lot of Washingtons and a lot of Jeffersons. But
Right.
why they chose the name combination of Jefferson Davis, yeah, that I do not know.
Yeah, I have two issues with the black father in the comic book being named Jefferson Davis. One, Jefferson Davis, famously a founding father of another country that we don't like to talk about here anymore. I mean, certain parts of the country like to talk about him. But yeah, founder of the wrong country, Jefferson Davis. And then two, why then is Miles Morales not Miles Davis? Guys,
Oh my!
what are they doing
God.
here? Why is this not Spider-Man Miles Davis?
Can you imagine Spider-Man, but instead of slinging web, he plays a trumpet?
I was gonna say, can you
God.
imagine Spider-Man, but as he plays a trumpet, web comes out.
Well, I was just gonna say
his web slingers are both little trumpets, and they make trumpeting noises all the time.
Can you imagine Bitches Brew, but when you put it on your record player,
It plays Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man come out?
Did you say Spider-Man?
Yeah, multiple Spider-Mans. Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you know,
how you pluralize
our
it.
attorney, Mort Spiderman.
Mm-hmm. God, that's a whole different costume. That's a different DLC pack.
That's an old bit.
Yeah, still. Yeah, sorry, I just had to bring that up because I was watching the movie and I'm like, yeah, wait a minute, Jefferson Davis. That's a troubling name. But then I realized also it's a hilarious name because he should be Miles Davis. I mean, come on. I guess he took his mom's name, so I don't fault him for that. It's all good. But I just I'm baffled by that decision. Who's the writer on this thing? Like, can we get Bendis on the show, David, and ask him some questions?
Well, he works for DC now.
Oh,
And I did just fact check. He did take his mother's last name. His mother's last name is Morales.
gotcha. Okay.
Is
Yeah.
Brubaker working there still?
I don't remember.
He's a pretty good writer.
We could
Yeah.
probably get Dan Schlott on the show, though.
Whoa,
sure he'd be
really? That'd be so cool. He's really good. I like him.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, you guys just named more comic book writers than I knew. I knew Bendis, and that was about it.
You know who would be good on our show? Chip Zdarsky. That guy's funny.
I'm sure he is.
You know what's a good comic writer who would be a good fit for our podcast? Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
That's-
he would be great. I mean, he would.
That would be a home run if we're talking great comic book gets. Kevin Smith is right towards the top of the list. But anyway, yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's very cool, very stylish. I assume looks super cool on the PS5. I like the new soundtrack, like the mixture of like the heroic themes with just a little bit extra, like a rap beat going on in the background. It's it's good. Some might say a little on the nose. I think it just kind of sounds good. It's kind of fun. And yeah, I'm definitely going to play it at some point. But the PS5 has not come through for me yet. Probably won't come through at any point. And I just feel like I said, as long as I get the chance to play this before the next game comes out, then I'm all good. Like, is the next game going to be some fun, dope ass thing where you're playing as old Peter and young Miles? Or could the next game actually be a Spider-Verse game? Can you imagine actually having access to the Spider-Verse? Like you change costumes, like you change characters. I mean, there's limitless potential here, guys. And it seems like they know it now. It seems like Spider-Man's suddenly a multiverse kind of guy. So I'm excited to see what comes in the future. David, you don't seem excited. You're like no selling this. I thought you'd be kind of like gushing with possibility.
Sorry, I was distracted because I was thinking of the comic. They did a comic where they had multiple versions of Spider-Man, and I was specifically looking for one page, which I posted in our Discord. There are multiple versions of Spider-Man all teaming up. There's Man of Spider, who is like just 1,000 spiders in a suit posing as a man. They bring
Super
in
dope.
like the Toei Tokusatsu Spider-Man, but the page I was specifically looking for is one of the alternate versions of Spider-Man in this comic is Marvel vs. Capcom Spider, and he's actually doing Web Ball and Spider Sting.
Yeah, I was just reading the page. I'm like, he's just saying his moves out loud. Oh my god, he's fighting game Spider-Man.
It's like, okay, that's dope.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good, man. That could be the next Spider-Man game. A good Marvel versus Capcom game. They should think about making that. Like, just imagine Marvel versus Capcom Miles Morales. It's just like Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, but they make it with Miles Morales instead. And somehow it fixes all the other problems of that game.
So are you saying Marvel vs. Capcom, but just like it's all Spider-Man?
I was gonna say, instead of Marvel versus Capcom, hear me out. Spider-Man versus Street Fighter.
Ooh, see, that's a good idea. Or, they do the Marvel versus Capcom Morales edition, and all the characters are just like complete randomized like race swaps and things, and like they don't, it's just like, yeah, sure. They make it for a young crowd, and they just, they jettison all the white people, and it's like just a young, fresh take on all these new characters. It establishes new comics and new games and new canons for all these characters. I think I'm no marketing genius, but I feel like I might be a bit of a marketing genius here, guys. It's good.
Spider-Man: The World Warriors.
Hell yeah. God. Yeah, just have
Toot Spider Warrior. Toot Spider Warrior.
Exactly. That's man. Just imagine all the games you could put Spider-Man in various incarnations into. They all get better. So, let's work on that. But in the meantime, thanks again, Unsettled Zebra, for the request. Fantastic request. And Johnny, let's swing it over to the next game. What do you think about that?
Game 2.
Okay. So, ATI Technologies ported this game to Windows 95. It contained completely redrawn graphics, and if the player collected all 20 hidden televisions, it would unlock a cartoon pilot that was never picked up for further episodes. All right, guys, who's got some answers?
Justify this.
Okay, so let's see here. John says Batman Returns, which is incorrect. Jesse says Bubsy 3D, which is incorrect. And Dave has the correct answer of Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Furred Kind. So yeah, my justification for this is I was trying to look up games with one of my biggest heroes, my dad, but they've never made video games about that. So I went with the second best choice, which was Bubsy.
He said superhero.
Superheroes, come on, man.
How is Bubsy a superhero?
Bubsy is...
As I like to call him, just Bubs.
Yeah, he's saving the planet from the Woolies by collecting yarn balls, right? That, like, superheroes save planets, right? Like, a regular hero doesn't save a whole planet. A superhero saves a planet.
By your logic, there's so many characters that have just suddenly become superheroes.
Yeah,
like
all
like
video
fucking
game
Link.
characters.
Yeah.
No!
Like, what? Yeah.
Johnny.
Quick question. What is Bubsy's superpower?
Yeah.
His attitude. He was basically Accolade's answer to Sonic and Mario, meant to destroy both of them, and obviously that happened.
So it's a character with a bad attitude who's trying to destroy others. So you chose a super villain game.
I guess I chose a super villain game if you think about it.
Which is the complete opposite of the theme.
Game over!
But no, so he's a bobcat that can glide, which real
looking at the
bobcats
Discord.
Real bobcats cannot glide. I don't know if you've met a real bobcat. They're very not friendly and they can't glide.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
So yeah, I chose Bubsy, and I was excited that it was our 250th episode, and I couldn't believe we didn't have a Bubsy game up until this point.
Oh, I can believe it.
I thought, what better episode
We worked so damn hard.
than episode 250 to finally debut a Bubsy game. No,
That's true. This isn't just the first Bubsy game. This is the only Bubsy game we've had on the show thus far.
yeah,
We-
yeah.
Oh, God damn it, John.
And like, you know what I don't understand about Bubsy?
Everything.
How he's a superhero?
Yeah, that's a big one.
First and foremost, why we're discussing him on tonight's episode.
Like, go look up his review
No.
scores. Bubsy got like 8 out of 10. GamePro gave him like an 87. He got really good reviews when it came out. And I just
Payoff.
do not understand like how
Johnny,
on
what
earth
else
this
got-
got good reviews.
Reviews are bullshit, and there's no integrity in gaming media, John. I don't know how many ways you have to have that explained to you.
Yeah, they really just need to hire the fans.
Yeah, hire fans, lol.
I like how you're talking about like how is it this game from the 90s got good reviews in the 90s? Like cuz it was brand new so people thought it was good.
No, I feel like even back then it was bad. Like even then. I
No, it
remember as a
was bad, John, but do you not understand marketing? That's
Do you
all
also
game
not
reviews
understand
are.
what a superhero is?
He clearly doesn't understand that. But yeah, like it got good review scores because they wanted to sell the game, John. Like there was no actual review process. Fucking like Electronic Gaming Monthly named Bubsy the most hype character of 1993. That's not a real award. They made it up for Bubsy.
He ain't
Like,
hype.
I mean,
Exactly.
he's pretty hype. His shirt is literally an exclamation point.
He's in a fucking. He's doing cosplay as a Pitfall. This character sucks
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, and you know what you do with pitfalls? You fucking bury them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I love about this game too is it's got all these voice samples. And,
Nothing, because you didn't play this. I will.
Yeah.
Put, I have $10
No.
in my wallet. I will put right now. You did not play this.
No, I did play this. I actually did play this, the Sega Genesis version, but I did play it
What?
because I bought a Genesis guidebook that covered all these different Genesis games, and Bubsy was in there. And I remember at the time hearing that Bubsy was good and that it was a good game, and I rented it. And I remember just like being so frustrated with it the whole time. Like it's because the controls are garbage, like the graphics are just insane. Because there's times where the background elements, like or what you think is a background element, is like a cactus and it will kill you. Like it's just absolutely bonkers. But I did play this and I fucking hated it when I rented it as a kid. Like
So, just to recap, you chose a game that does not fit the theme, that is not good, that we've never featured on the show, from a series we've never featured on the show, to celebrate our 250th episode.
Right. Like seriously.
Well, it worked for Clint.
What?
Oh God, he brought sound samples.
What did he say?
God, it's just getting worse, man. It's just
was
getting worse and worse.
That's Bubsy saying, well, it worked for Clinton, which I don't know what that's supposed to mean in the context of a 1993 video game.
Yeah, what was this scandal? What is he talking about?
What, using a
Whitewater?
cigar?
I was gonna say, like, did Bubsy have like a fundraising scandal?
Yeah. God.
Did he
I don't-
not
oh,
have
God,
sexual
Johnny, I'm
When-
so angry. At this.
Went
You
from
would think
disappointed
after
to
250
angry.
episodes of the show, I wouldn't get shoot worked up on this fucking show. But like, Johnny, what the fuck, man? Like,
Oh,
Went from
You gotta be
disappointed to
kidding
angry to confused, back to angry.
yeah. And then you bring Clinton into it? Oh,
I still I don't want to keep belaboring the same point, but I do. How is Bubsy a superhero? Because every time we have posed that question, you say, well, I remember playing this game and the graphics were really confusing. It's
fucking-
like, okay, answer the fucking question.
yeah. Give me some way, any single way that Bubsy is comparable to Batman.
Okay, well, let's see here.
Because you could have just chosen the other Batman Returns that we never got the chance to feature on the show. You idiot. But
I've
no.
literally chosen any game with Batman.
Right. There's so many Batman games.
yeah. You've heard of Batman.
Exactly. Johnny, sorry. I'm maybe overestimating. You're aware of this character? Bruce Batman?
You know, Batman. He glides like Bubsy.
Yeah, thank you, David, for making my point for me. Batman glides, Bubsy glides. Batman's a superhero. Ergo, Bubsy.
Does
the
Bubsy
superhero.
have bubbarangs that he throws at criminals?
I think in the sequel he does.
Bubbarangs is my favorite side order at fucking Sonny's. It's
Yeah.
so much better than coleslaw.
Yeah, fuck coleslaw.
Give me extra Bubbarangs. Jesus.
Double Bubba Ranks, no slaw.
Yeah, fuck this, John. Bubsy is easily the coleslaw of video game characters. Johnny, this fucking sucks. I'm so mad. So, and just so I know for editing's sake, did you choose the Genesis version of the soundtrack or the Windows version?
Super Nintendo.
Great. So you fucking you gave us trivia about the Windows edition. You played the
The
Genesis,
Sega one.
and you brought in the Super Nintendo version of the soundtrack for fucking Bubsy.
All cars derailed.
Yeah.
Happy 250 episodes.
Yeah, so after this, I'm gonna upload 4 versions of the Bubsy soundtrack to the radio.
It's a fucking Bubsy
Yeah,
super
enjoy.
trifecta on the goddamn radio. Jesus God.
So, Johnny, I just have one final question, and it is not, how is Bubsy a superhero? I just have one question. Why?
Yeah. Ultimately, seriously, why? Like, how on earth did you land on this as a pick?
Well, I said earlier, my hero is my dad, and there's no video games about my dad. So
Again, and I'm closer with your dad than you are, and he's not a superhero, John.
I mean, he can make a mean mojito, but
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He can run a good distance.
Yeah.
He's a pretty accomplished like marathon runner, but like he's not
know,
a superhero, John.
he does have an arch nemesis with that weird gold guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Michael Gold is the awful St. Augustine version of fucking Lex Luthor. But
No, he's more like the Burgess Meredith penguin.
yeah,
Running for
pathetic.
mayor.
We're not going to get into St. Augustine political intrigue on this show, but no, Johnny, I'm sorry. I love your father like a father, and he's not a fucking superhero. So, but
Happy
even
Father's
so,
Day.
that still goes almost nowhere to explain why your follow-up to your dad is Bubsy. In what way does Bubsy remind you of your dad? Your dad wears pants, famously. He fucking,
Maybe
like,
around the house he just wore a white t-shirt.
your
with a-
dad's name is not Bob, so he's not a bobcat. No one's ever referred to him as a bobcat. Like, there's no connection between your father and Bubsy, John.
Oh man, what if you guys went to like a bar and everyone turned around? Hey, it's old
Bobcat!
Bobcat Reagan!
The only way
My
you
dad
redeem
just-
this is by making that happen the next time I come visit you all in St. Augustine. If you somehow orchestrate an elaborate thing to make everybody in the tavern call your dad Bobcat, and I happen to be there, then this pick is validated. Until then, John, you
John.
fucked up.
John, it's not that elaborate. I just have to get to the bar before you. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
everybody, this guy's about to call him. Come in, call him Bobcat.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah,
done.
no, but
Like, what?
but if they call me Bobcat, the whole thing's fucked.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it needs to be, and your dad needs to be on it too. Because if your dad gets called Bobcat and he responds with a confused look, the whole thing's fucked, John.
I think you mean somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, you mean him? I know it. This man's never been called Bobcat in his life. Shit, John. Shit. You already game over yourself, so there's nothing left. So, Johnny, unless you have something else to say, and
Please don't.
yeah, let's just glide on into the next game with our claws out and our dipshit exclamation point shirt on.
Well, are you still playing this thing?
Game
Oh, I
3.
Fucking hate it.
All right, so this game was first revealed in 2011, and it was considered to be a combination of Minecraft and Left 4 Dead, but eventually it changed into something completely different. All right, let's see what you guys put. David.
I'm suddenly furious again. God damn it.
All right, let's see. David said Captain Mind for Dead. No. Bob Cat's Origin Wolverine. No, that's incorrect. And Johnny with the correct answer.
Oh, fuck.
Fortnite.
Guys, what are we doing here? What's happening?
What do you mean what's happening?
Fortnite?
Yeah, okay, so
I haven't. Okay, for the record, I don't know what goes on to Fortnite anymore. Are there superheroes in it now?
oh, there's lots of superheroes in them.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought it was just about a bunch of fucking nondescript avatars building buildings and shooting each
No.
other.
Yeah,
No,
I thought
so-
this was about flossing.
I mean, you do that too, but there's tons of characters. You can be like Thor, Wolverine, Captain America, Venom, The Flash, Batman, Catwoman. Let's see, Superman's
So
going to be added soon.
So it does feature superheroes.
Yes, tons of them.
Hear
I'm
that,
hearing
Johnny?
superheroes. Yeah. Wow. All those actual superheroes are in the game. Jesse, I have a question. Can
Yes.
you play as Bubsy in Fortnite?
Not yet, but I would not be surprised if eventually you could, because they fucking cross over with everything. Ryu and Chun-Li are in this game.
Not superheroes.
No, they are not. But I'm just giving you an example of of people who are not superheroes, much like Bubsy, who could be featured
Yeah.
in this game.
All right, Jesse. Now list all the characters that are not superheroes, so that Johnny is clear on what is a superhero and what is not.
I mean, there's a fucking lot.
I'm kidding. Just
Okay.
most characters in Fortnite are not superheroes.
Yeah.
But, man.
But so yeah, I've played this on and off occasionally, and it's kind of fun. Like, it's not something not something I'll stick with or anything, but like when I'm playing it, I'm not having a bad time. Like, my hot take for this is a perfectly acceptable video game.
I think so.
Hot take.
But
Yeah.
while I was researching this game, some other superhero news came up that I saw that I feel like we should discuss briefly, ever so briefly. And it's good you're doing that, David, because I feel like I know you guys well enough to know that like David definitely eats pussy, Johnny definitely eats pussy, and John definitely eats pussy. And I'm a connoisseur myself. But for some reason, DC Comics has decided that Batman and other heroes do not eat pussy, which is very odd.
What the fuck are you talking about, Jesse?
You haven't read this?
You haven't heard about that? So there's an adult animated Harley Quinn cartoon, not like a porn parody. It's just like a humorous cartoon that skews adult.
They
And
say
the one
fuck
on
a lot.
the one on HBO?
Yeah.
Haven't watched it.
It's actually pretty good. Apparently they were going to have a scene where Batman was like going to be interrupted while going down on Catwoman, and DC said like, oh no, you can't do that, you have to remove that scene, heroes don't do that, we're trying to sell toys of Batman, we can't show that.
I feel like they could have worded it different.
Yeah, everyone really locked onto the
Like-
heroes don't do that bit.
Like,
Right.
Like, they
Like-
could have said, we don't want our characters depicted doing such acts. And that would have been
Seriously,
like,
no, that-
okay, cool.
Yeah, like Batman totally eats pussy. Like,
Yeah.
that's absurd. But yeah, like, no, it's perfectly reasonable to say no. We, the parent company, do not want sexually explicit depictions of our characters like on your show. So like, don't do that. But no, if they worded it like, Batman would never eat that pussy. Like, okay, yeah, they fucked up. man.
Yeah, that's
Well, and what's weird too is because
Batman,
they
he doesn't eat
specifically said
pussy.
like, we're trying to sell toys of this character, we don't want to show him doing this, that's not what heroes do, blah blah blah. It's like they had Man of Steel action figures and Superman snapped a dude's neck. Like, why is that okay? But
Well,
eating
that's what
pussy's
action.
not?
That's what
Yeah.
superheroes do, man. I don't know if you've read comics, but like they beat things up and they fight and
They
Yeah.
murder
Yeah.
people and don't eat pussy. Definition of a superhero.
just saying. How many comic books have you read in which somebody is getting in a fight versus eating pussy? Like, it's
Ah!
the fighting's a more recurring thing, David. That's what sells.
but to just,
Sex does sell to a certain demographic, but DC's not interested in those freaks. Those people that enjoy sex, those sex positive pussy eating freaks.
it's just
What the fuck, Jesse?
it just was
So
very
we're-
because it was just very off-putting. Like I feel like DC Comics just really just fucked up. Like
so how
they,
much pussy do you eat in Fortnite? That's what I need to know.
Also, no, I want to know, like, so did they make a press release or something?
Yeah.
Saying, like,
that's what this has been all over the news, dude. Like it's been like breaking news. Like
it clearly hasn't.
and
Like,
there's
what are you
there's,
talking about?
there's so many memes about it and everything. Like it's all like I can't believe you missed this.
Yeah, John,
I think I-
just today I googled what's the deal with Batman not eating pussy. Like it's been popping up in my shit enough that I had to look it up, and I feel like I'm the most
I don't work from
disconnected.
home, John, and
I don't
fucking-
either.
Yeah, but I'm not putting that into my work computer. And then also, I think I saw one thing where it was like some recreation of that fucking Star Wars meme that's going around, and it seemed to insinuate that Batman didn't eat pussy. I was like, I don't really get it.
That's funny that you don't see it, and then you see that, and you're just like,
I mean, I see
This
so
guy's
much
not
shit.
funny.
Well, I just see so much shit on Facebook that I'm like, oh, I guess the joke is Batman doesn't eat pussy, and then I just kind of moved on with my day because, like, why wouldn't I? It's goddamn Facebook. There's memes for everything. Like, someone out there, was thinking 5 steps ahead and thought, I'll make a meme about Batman famously not eating pussy. I didn't realize that. No, there was some big thing going on right now that Batman doesn't eat pussy. Like, whatever. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Fortnite either.
I mean, it's just like you're telling me Adam West didn't eat pussy? Of course he ate pussy. He's fucking Adam West.
Well, and the thing,
so?
like, I don't know.
Go ahead, David. Let it
Well,
out.
I
feel like Adam West would just like talk into a pussy. I doubt he would eat it.
No, he's fucking slaying that shit.
There is a very famous story about Adam West and Frank Gorshin who
Yes.
decided to go to a party in their costumes.
I know,
They're
I
like,
told
we'll
this.
go in character. Like, that'll be great. And it turned out it was an orgy, and they still stayed in
Yeah.
character.
They ended up getting kicked out because they were too in character.
Yeah. Get in there deeper, old chum.
Yeah. Well, riddle me this, Batman.
Wait a minute. Yeah, sorry, I got the names wrong. It was Batman and the Riddler in character
Yes.
in an orgy. That's even worse.
I know.
Oh no! God damn it!
Riddle me this, Batman. Have you ever seen a bearded clam?
Oh god, I wish Cesar Romero was there. Ooh, yes, Batman.
I live under the sea. I don't live under the sea, and I have a beard.
What kind of clam am I? Oh, fuck, man.
That should be
Okay.
the episode title. What kind of clam am I?
Oh, God, no.
Well, if it's in DC, a very frustrated clam.
Yep, tell me about it. I mean, like, I don't know, man.
This is not the show you were expecting to have, is it, John?
No, this show's really going really
It's super.
sideways on us. Like, what the fuck, man? We got Bubsy and Pussy eating. Like, yeah,
Chuck's
not-
2 favorite things.
it's not going right. Like, we're losing viewers, guys.
Wait, what's wrong with pussy eating? Are you against it now too, John? Get out of here.
Oh shit!
Are
did we
you
just discover-
Batman?
Yeah, did we just discover Batman's secret identity?
Oh shit.
Yep, that's it. You
John
figured it out.
is Batman.
I'm here in the Bat Cave. Yeah, the driest cave on the planet.
I'm here in the Batcave with my X-Men poster behind me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, it's not a single. Yeah, no. Fuck, man. No, there's no. No, I'm not going to justify it. No, that's the thing. I don't have to take that bait, Jesse. Pussy eating's great. Yeah, I'm not.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
It is. It's great. But, like,
You heard it here on Game That Tune.
Yeah. There's John's hot take.
Oh
you
man, I
brought
can't wait.
Fortnite. You brought Fortnite to the show just to fucking do a hard right into Batman eating pussy.
Okay,
Like-
so technically,
I don't know if that's better or
Look.
worse than what Johnny did.
so I was gonna pick Fortnite no matter what, but then we couldn't do the show last week. So then the news happened about Batman, and I'm like, you know what? We could make this into a very important show. It's 250. We gotta, make everyone know that pussy eating is highly, highly encouraged by the Game That Tuna.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we do. We had never come out as being pro pussy eating before
Like-
now, so yeah.
I
I
mean-
figured it was implied because like who's against it? Who
I know. That's why I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Batman.
like,
if-
we're not getting. We've never had DJ Khaled on the show.
Yeah. I feel
Like-
like you can't trust a person who's not into it, like
Yeah.
and or someone who says they don't do it,
Right.
like if you don't tell people, but if you're like one of those people who are like, yeah, I don't do that shit, and you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck's your problem?
I'm eating pussy normative. Like I just
Yeah.
assume that everybody likes
Yeah.
doing it. Like it's, what? It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that needs to be fucking said. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like Yeah, yeah, eating pussy's great. What are you
That's why
talking
it's
about?
so alarming when DC's like, yo, Batman doesn't fucking do that shit.
But at the same time, is that not kind of in line with Batman? Batman's fucked up.
He
like-
is, but I still think
He's
he's gonna
a
eat pussy.
trauma victim, man. Like maybe
Which-
he's just he's clinched too tight to eat that pussy. He just can't do it. He's just all you see is his mouth, and he still can't
Exactly.
eat pussy. Like he's so anti it. He leaves his mouth unmasked, and he won't go near it.
Ugh.
Just
I
saying.
don't know. I just
Maybe it is literally part of his character.
no. I think it's a horrible injustice.
No, because Batman defends the city. He sticks up for the downtrodden. He has great compassion in his heart. Are you honestly going to tell me that after a girl is done sucking the bat dick, he's going to say, "Okay, I'm done"? Like, no, he's going to reply in kind.
And,
I
like-
don't think
and-
so, David.
and oh man, I thought something real fucked up. Never mind. Go ahead.
I did just use the phrase "the bat dick."
Yeah,
No,
you did,
this is
David.
worse.
You're really
This is
taking it places, man. This is
I
weird.
I can't wait to go back through this and make a bunch of stingers out of all this.
Ugh.
Oh, all right.
Do you think?
Game 4.
I'm sorry, very quickly before we move on. Shout out to Silver Nova in the Discord who says the correct term is the bat pole.
Game 4.
So wait, what does that make the Bat Cave?
That's where you eat.
Game 4.
In the NES version, which is the version that we're listening to, there are unused sprites suggesting that the main character was once planned to climb walls. I have an additional piece of trivia if someone would like help.
Yes, please.
Not a chance. Got it on the first guess. First song. Know it. Front and back.
Well, Johnny wants additional trivia, but he brought Bubsy, so I'm not doing it.
Exactly, yeah. You want to give Jesse some? Jesse going to go down on David for some extra trivia?
I mean, I would do it for free, but I already wrote my answer. I think I might be wrong.
Okay, let's see them. So John Harrington says Defenders of Dynatron City. Sadly incorrect. John Regan says Spider-Man Sinister Six. We're going to have to check on that. And Jesse has the correct answer in Spider-Man Revenge of the Sinister Six. Jesse is correct, and fuck you, Johnny.
Thwip.
So yeah, this is
Good
Spider-Man Revenge of the Sinister Six.
I think it's Return of the Sinister
Return
Six,
of the
but-
Sinister Six for the NES.
David, where were they?
They were plotting a
They were eating
plotting a
pussy.
scheme. Dr.
No way.
Octopus.
No way the Sinister Six eats pussy.
Man, Venom with that tongue? Oh,
Not a
hell
chance.
yeah. All the time.
He doesn't do it. Supervillains don't do that.
Doc Ock could probably eat like 8 pussies.
No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. So yeah, this is
Oh,
this
he
is
Is that what you
a-
call it? A rabbit hole?
Yeah, that's fucked up, David.
this is the Spider-Man game on NES that was made and published by LJN.
Oh.
I am going to be perfectly honest. I have very little to say about this game. And the only reason that I brought it on was it was my last minute pick because there was a different game that I wanted to play, but I couldn't find the soundtrack. So
Oh.
I was all prepared to talk about a completely different game, and then I couldn't. So I was like, oh, here's a really shitty Spider-Man game that I played. I guess we're using that.
What game were you going to pick?
So I was actually excited because it timed out perfectly. I was going to bring on that new DC superhero girl game that just came out for Switch
Oh, cool.
Oh.
because I've actually been playing that, and that game's actually a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah, good. Talk about that. I don't want to fucking talk about the Spider-Man NES game.
yeah, the Spider-Man NES game, I'll just say it sucks really hard. I couldn't get past the second stage because there was like a maze in the Sandman level, and I couldn't get through it because I fell into a pit I couldn't get out of. Hit detection's awful. It's a shitty game.
I love how you said that originally he was going to be able to climb walls.
Yeah.
The wall
Excellent
crawler.
trivia, David.
And
We were going to
doesn't
try to get him to climb the walls, but Spider-Man
can
doesn't do that.
He can climb like certain walls, but I guess they had sprites where he was just going to be able to climb like all walls.
like Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. It's it sucks.
Spider-Man could only climb certain walls.
Oh, pussy walls.
Thank you, Jesse. That was the insinuation. Yeah. God,
But,
you take
So
all
are
the subtext and make it text,
You're
baby.
telling me they cut the wall climbing for the pussy eating? Is that what happened? Like they can only fit one or the other in?
Well, no, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
They had that they were way ahead of the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, so they had the upside down pussy eating scene. As a mini game.
On the NES.
As an NES mini game, you come down.
You imagine?
Oh man.
God,
Sorry, David.
Makes hot coffee just look like, I don't know, just Forrest Gump.
I feel like you could make sprite graphics look way better than those graphics.
I kind of want to just drill down on Johnny's analogy.
Forrest
Makes hot coffee look like Forrest Gump.
I was trying to think of Gomer Pyle. Like,
What?
There's a good amount of like kind of disturbing sexual content in Forrest Gump. Like,
Yeah, a lot.
yeah. not explicit.
She sure
But,
cares
like-
about your learning, boy.
Yeah, that's fucking. It took me so long to understand that scene. Yeah, that movie came out when I was 9. I was like,
You
hold
know
on
what?
now. There's
I
a
bet-
joke here I'm not
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, he's sweating.
Must be hot.
Yeah, it's Alabama. It is hot, of course.
That's true.
Sorry, David. You can talk
No,
about
that's
your game.
fine. I'm just letting y'all get it out of your system.
No. It's never getting out.
yeah, it's never out.
Yeah, the game I wanted to play.
Johnny's gonna make crazy analogies of hot coffee versus Forrest Gump. So the Spider-Man upside down pussy eating minigame that does not exist in the NES game makes hot coffee look like Forrest Gump. So hot coffee then becomes some sort of Americana nostalgia piece.
I mean, give it about 5 years, and I bet.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Sorry, David. You can talk about your game now,
It's your turn.
Well, and the thing is,
or
I don't
whatever
even-
game you like.
I was gonna say, I don't even want to talk about my game. I want to talk about the game that I've been playing because the Spider-Man NES game sucks. But the DC Superhero Girl game is pretty fun. Like, it's obviously marketed towards a younger audience, so it kind of plays like my first open world game, but the combat's kind of fun. It gets a little repetitive, but every character has different actions and super moves. I can tell when y'all are doing something in Discord because you're cracking up while looking away.
Hey, don't
But
mind
you
me.
get-
I actually was doing something really great for you, David. Hold on. Tell me, can you hear this? No?
Hey, it's the new. Yeah,
Yeah. David, I got to send you some links, baby. That soundtrack's out there. I found it while you were talking about it.
it's like fuck it. Just use that music as the background, and I'm just gonna talk about this game because
Yeah, we're just going to change over. We're now. So, David, what's the name of this game?
DC Superhero Girls Teen Power.
right. I got it right.
Jesse got it right. It's a fun game. You can play as Batgirl, Supergirl, or Wonder Woman. It's based off of the cartoon, so they're all set in like high school. And I haven't gotten to this point yet, but eventually you get to unlock and play as Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Star Sapphire, which is pretty dope.
Who's
But it's
Star
like a-
Sapphire?
She is a Green Lantern villain
Oh,
who
okay.
basically has like
Ooh.
a pink ring.
That's cool.
Because I was kind of upset that you see and you hang out with Zatanna Green Lantern and Bumblebee, but you don't get to play as them. I was
Oh.
like, well, fuck, I really want to play as Green Lantern. And then they said, but you can play as Star Sapphire. It's like, well, it's basically the same thing. Like, I'm fine with that.
Hey, real quick, I just realized, I'm sorry, David. Do you think that maybe DC was incensed about Batman being depicted doing certain acts on a villain? Do you think maybe that's the problem?
Well, she's more of an anti-hero, and
Yeah.
they've had a romantic past.
I
there was-
know, but like I'm just saying, maybe he's saying like, he just goes straight missionary for the, like the anti-heroes, and he would have to find the woman of his dreams to really take a trip south of the border. Like, I was just thinking about it. Like, maybe Batman just needs a girlfriend that's not a supervillain.
but again, she's not really a supervillain.
But she is though.
I thought Catwoman
Is she
was
not
supervillain.
is Catwoman not a supervillain?
It's
No,
very
she's
complicated.
She's an
now.
anti-hero.
Yeah.
Maybe villain? Just maybe not super villain. Like, is she ever trying to take over like a city?
No,
No.
No,
Okay.
she does just
No.
kind of steal shit.
and occasionally helps Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. I'll cop to it. She's maybe not a super villain,
No.
but it seems reductive to not allow her to be a super villain just because she's a woman. But no. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, David, keep on. Sorry, David.
So yeah, you're like exploring a city and like doing different side missions, like fighting enemies. There's actually kind of a cool mechanic where in the story they're trying to like build up a demolished section of town. So there's like a city building aspect of it, and you can kind of like plan out the city, which is neat. And I like a lot of the side missions because in one of them, you play as Supergirl and you have to rescue a cat that's on a roof. Wonder Woman literally has to escort an old woman across the street. And I don't know. That's the kind of like nice, super heroic thing that I would like to see DC characters do rather than snapping necks and brandishing people with like irons and whatnot. Like, I understand the appeal of a dark, gritty superhero, but this is very lighthearted and charming and fun and sweet. And you know what? I kind of dig that.
Yeah, that's cool. You
That
know,
is- that is nice. Like, you know what one of my favorite DC movies in the past couple years was the Lego Batman movie. Like, I want to see more fun comic things, you know?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get behind this.
So you know
Johnny, I
what my
think you should
favorite
play this
comic book
game.
movie the last few years was? Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. And I gotta say, man, I'm so glad they released the Snyder Cut because I wanted movies to be more bleak and less fun. Like, oh, thank goodness for that, man. Oh,
I hate
guys.
it when movies are easy to watch and enjoyable.
I really hate my movies to be scrutable or enjoyable. Like, it's the shits. Ugh. God. No, but yeah, no, you're right. Lego Batman movie is fucking great. And yeah, Spider-Verse is fucking great. Like, seriously, the best superhero movies the last couple of years have been the animated movies that don't quite take things so seriously. Maybe they can recognize that the reason people love these things is not the 11-year-old machismo fantasy of punching things to death, and maybe it's just the fun that can be had in these superhero worlds. I'm just spitballing here.
And I mean, you can have serious moments. There are serious, sad, emotional moments in Lego Batman and Into the Spider-Verse.
Look
But
at
you
the
know what
black
else
and
they
white
have?
Spider-Man guy.
It's like, you know what else they have? Fun. Can
Yeah.
we have fun?
I don't know, David. Like, Kingpin, not a fun character,
No.
Like, just kind of there was nothing comedic about the way Kingpin was depicted in Spider-Verse. He was a total serious character.
Have you seen somebody took somebody photoshopped Vincent D'Onofrio into the proportions of Spider-Verse Kingpin? It's so good.
That's
Dude, the first
beautiful.
time when I watched Spider-Verse and Kingpin came on screen, I just started cracking the fuck up. I'm like, this movie fucking rules. Like, he's just like a head in a void that rules. Same thing with Batman. Like, they there's so many fucking weird little references that I don't even like. I know I'm not the guy to appreciate them, but I'm like, I could tell someone out there is getting a lot out of this. I think Jason Mantzoukas is in the cast list as like Condiment King or some shit. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, Condiment King from Batman the Animated Series. They brought him back. It was beautiful.
I also think they brought in Orca in that movie too, which that's a deep fucking cut.
Just things should be fun, guys.
Yeah.
I think.
No, go ahead, Jesse.
I was gonna say a lot like wrestling. There's the serious stuff, and then there's the funny stuff.
See, and honestly, I think Spider-Verse kind of primed me for getting into wrestling.
You gotta have a little bit of both. You can have the dark, but you also gotta have the fun and the whimsy.
Yeah.
You can have the on the side necks breaking, and on this side, capes flying in the wind. Saving puppies.
No, it's like I was talking to somebody about AEW earlier. It's like, you got your storylines and your fucking, your guys who are going after the, the belt, and, kind of they have their things going between them, and that's all well and good. But every now and then they brush up against some fucking wild ass character that wouldn't be out of place in like late 80s WWE. Your Luchasauruses or your fucking bear themed tag team. Or like, the Death Dealer Luther. Things can be fun in numerous ways. So, yeah.
I think
wrestling, Batman,
that.
Legos, Spider-Verse, all the best things in life.
I think a lot of people forget that, like, when you want to do something serious and gritty and everything, if that's all you do, it loses meaning. Like, you need happiness to balance it out. So then it hits with more impact.
Or even just like a difference in tone. David, did you watch Birds of Prey?
No, but I wanted to because I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, you absolutely should. It was very good.
Cool.
And I know it got some
Good to
weird
know.
shit, because it was like a girl-fronted superheroes, anti-hero movie. But no, it was good and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had
Awesome.
a great time at Birds of Prey.
Yeah, totally worth watching. And I wanted that egg sandwich immediately.
And
Same.
Ewan McGregor's in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold.
Next morning, I basically remade that egg sandwich. It looks so
Dude,
good.
seriously, and that's how you win me over. Like you start a fucking a fun offbeat anti-hero Harley Quinn movie by showing a really fucking obscenely delicious egg sandwich. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm bought in, baby. Cool,
And I love
done.
how that was the real point of the movie was getting that egg sandwich.
Yeah, no, it's Big Lebowski in that esque in that sense. Dude just wanted his rug back. Harley Quinn really was after that sandwich, and some shit happened in the meantime, got in the way.
I gotta check this
that
out.
goddamn sandwich. So yeah, it's good, man. The sandwich and the film. But yeah, and that's the thing. You can do, over the top and weird and slightly gritty, but also have fun with it. I mean, seriously, and that doesn't seem like it applies really to, this game that we're now discussing, DC Superhero Girls, but I'm just saying, yeah, it doesn't have to be all grimdark and bleak and fucking Superman fighting Doomsday and shit.
It's nice to have fun.
I don't know, David, is it though?
And it's fun? Eating pussy.
Game 5.
That's the segue. No, you had it. It was it. Okay, fellas. So, this is the first game that allows you to play as 5 different incarnations of the titular character. How is everybody feeling?
Pretty
Not
good.
great.
Not great. Really?
I mean, it sounds like it's Super Nintendo music, so that's kind of a blank spot for me.
I mean, but still, think 90s, David. Think
Yeah, and I
90s. Think 5 incarnations and fucking write your answer.
And that's what's getting me. I can't think of the character that I'm thinking of doesn't have 5 incarnations.
Ha! David, I thought this would be your game, baby.
It probably is once I find out what it is, and I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, dude, it. Honestly, I picked it just for you. I knew this was your favorite graphic novel. Johnny, let's see the answers. I don't want to know what Johnny wrote. That's nothing. Johnny appears to have some sort of misty slit. Jesse says
Episode title.
Wolverine's adamantium rage, and David says maximum carnage. Everybody's wrong. No, man, I kind of name dropped it at the end of the last segment, man. This is a Super Nintendo game by the name of The Death and Return of Superman.
Oh, that makes way more
Yeah.
sense.
I know, right? It's a superhero game with several versions of Superman.
Okay.
Ah!
I heard that
Right?
whole killing Superman thing really pissed people off.
I mean, it pissed me off. I was, 8 and
It
didn't
was a
really read comics. And I was like, hey, what the fuck,
clusterfuck.
man?
So
don't
you can
do that.
play. So you can play as like Steel and Eradicator and everybody.
Fuck yeah, you can.
And dead
You get to-
Superman.
You get to start the game playing as Superman, and then you get a great boss fight against Doomsday, and it ends, guys. Spoiler alert! In a bit of a tie. Does it not? It's a draw, guys.
Yeah.
they're
A
both
double-
dead.
Double count out. They like pile
Yeah,
drove each other. It's
God,
pretty fucked up.
they needed the Street Fighter announcer for that. And then the game picks up 3 months later, and you get to play as Eradicator, and you get to play as Superboy and Cyborg
Superman.
Nothing troubling about him. And of course, Steel, Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, what a set of Supermen these are. I really picked this just hoping David could fill in the gaps. Like, David, explain to me what's the deal with Eradicator? Like, that sounds like a supervillain.
Yeah, it is. Eradicator was like, if I remember, he was like a piece of Kryptonian technology that kind of took the form of Superman and thought that he was Superman, but it turned out that he was like an evil alien device, and then Superman had to fight him. And that's
so
how
it's like a Krypton AI that like took flesh?
Yeah, kind of.
Dope.
Yeah, because he started off as just like, I'm Superman, or I think he might have said he was Kal-El, but eventually he's like, oh no, I'm whatever weird piece of conquering technology, I'm the Eradicator. So yeah, he goes full supervillain.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was like, nothing seems outwardly evil about him, except the name Eradicator and the fact that he's an imposter Superman. So, yeah, but then you got this cyborg Superman. Nothing ever goes wrong when you make cyborg versions of superheroes, right? Like
that. And they keep bringing him back, which is weird because it started off as he started off as just like a guy, and then he became, if I remember, he became like obsessed with Superman, and he was exposed to radiation and was dying, so they turned him into a cyborg. So he became like the cyborg Superman, and it was just going to be like a one-off 90s like Terminator ripoff, kind of, basically.
Sure.
And then
RoboCop.
Yeah, exactly. And then when Jeff Johns like redid Green Lantern and brought in like the Sinestro Corps and everything, like he wanted to make it seem bigger than it was, so he brought back Cyborg Superman as a member of the Sinestro Corps for some reason. So it's a robot Superman who now has a yellow power ring. Like,
oh, good.
Yeah, dope.
Like, how overpowered can you possibly get?
That's good they did that.
Go, yeah. So it's so he's like Ultron Superman with. I'm trying to think of a similar like power to steal from Marvel, like Doctor Strange's powers.
I don't understand the
Yeah,
significance
kind
of a yellow power ring. Like, does
Of
that
course,
mean,
John,
does that mean he always
like,
has the power of the yellow sun with him? Is that what that is?
No, he uses it to get extra hard, John. He put.
No, that's the blue one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's the yellow power ring goes on the thing. The blue power ring is more of a chew. It's a blue chew.
Yeah.
And
soon to sponsor Game That Tune.
Oh gosh.
God, yeah. Finally, after 250 episodes, we get that long-awaited Blue Chew sponsor.
Have you looked into that Podcorn thing?
The thing where you just fucking advertise things on your podcast and maybe someone pays you.
And I
looked into it. We're not doing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing it. That's a good segue into an ad read, Jesse, that I'm not doing.
Hey, if you look at that Podcorn thing. Oh, well, speaking of Podcorn, let me tell you about Blue Chew. You ever need to get rock hard when you're kind of drunk? Well, let me tell you what to do. Grab yourself a Blue
I've got
Chew.
your attention. Jesus.
They're kind of bitter. It sucks.
It's just really funny. Like, seriously, you sent me that. It's like, all right, yeah, I'll sign up for that and look for it. It's like, yeah, just do an ad read and then maybe somebody will pay you for it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, that's a shit service.
I didn't realize that. That's funny.
That's pretty much what it is.
Johnny, the short version is Green Lanterns have power rings that make things in the color green, which is tied to the emotion of willpower, which isn't actually an emotion, but go with it. And they discovered there's an entire spectrum of emotions that give you powers based on colors. So there's blue rings of hope, yellow rings of fear, red of rage, orange is green, purple is indigo is compassion, and violet is love.
Did you say orange is green?
I think he did.
Orange is greed.
Greed!
Okay, that explains what-
Orange is the new green.
I was like, hold on, you just like changed the whole game on me.
What if what I see is orange, guys? What if you see it as green?
I am colorblind and hopeless.
So yeah, yellow rings are made of fear, basically.
Gotcha.
That's
So
the significance
Cyborg,
of a yellow power ring.
Cyborg Superman now also manifests fear powers. Sounds pretty
Scarecrow?
fucking dope. Yeah, exactly. He's Superman Scarecrow.
What if Scarecrow had a yellow ring?
He got one.
Oh, he did?
God!
There was a section where they had to like momentarily make duplicate power rings and give them to people, and like, yeah, Scarecrow got a yellow power ring. It was fucking dope.
Wow.
Yep, sounds dope.
So the whole death of Superman thing, though, I heard they really hyped that up. Like, didn't they sell the comic like in tiny coffins? Like,
Yeah.
you know, instead of
There
regular
were
plastic bags?
tiny coffins, there were news stories, and it was going to be like Superman was going to die, and they had the 4 Superman story come afterwards to see like
yeah,
who
I'm
is going
sorry.
to.
We didn't get to the last guy, Superboy. Who is like an actual like is he an actual like Kryptonian, or is he like some kind of Superman clone?
I think this version is a Superman clone. Who's
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say actually I just clicked on it. It said he's a DNA alien designed to replace Superman after his death. So yeah. Anyway, clone of Superman. So yeah, that's your other 4 versions: a cyborg, an AI, a clone of him, and Shaquille O'Neal. Nothing going wrong with those 4 Superman replacements. There's no need to bring Superman back from the dead.
So yeah, it was going to be like Superman is going to die, and here are 4 new characters. Who's going to be the real Superman? And then it was none of them, and they just brought Superman back to life.
See, and that was
when
going to
they-
be my real
That was
question, David. I never followed up on it. How did they bring Superman back to life?
He wasn't actually killed by Doomsday. He was put into a Kryptonian healing coma.
Oh, like Puma Man. Puma Man has a very similar power. Did you guys not watch Puma Man, the 1970s superhero movie where the guy gets the powers of a puma?
What the fuck?
Well, I guess that's going to be a movie commentary.
Are you just bullshitting us and trying to connect this to Bubsy, John?
No. Go look up Puma Man. I saw it in Mystery Science Theater 3000, so we can't do movie commentary because MST3K already did it. But
Oh, okay.
no, it's Puma Man. He gets the powers of a puma, like flight, and he can stop his heart and like make himself look dead for a while, which sounds very similar to
sorry.
what Superman just did.
I'm sorry, can I go back for a second? Did you just say the powers of a puma, including flight?
Yes,
Yeah.
he flies.
You
That-
went there.
I am not going outside if pumas can fly.
Yeah. Flying Puma is my favorite sex move.
Yeah.
Right
Okay,
after eating pussy.
Yeah.
let's just pretend that Johnny never interjected that. David, will you say the thing that you said about a Kryptonian something or other again?
Yeah, he got put into a Kryptonian healing coma, and when
Oh.
he came out of it, it sort of messed with his powers, so he wasn't as strong as before, and they gave him a black suit and a mullet.
Dang, I
Ah.
must have misheard you. I thought the first time you didn't say coma, I was going to say, oh, a Kryptonian, such and such. You mean a coma? Like, he was in a fucking coma? Like, sure seemed like he was dead based on the title of the comics and, the occurrences that took place in the comics. But no, okay, because Superman gets put into a coma wouldn't be a great title for a fucking run of comics.
Yes, it
Well,
would.
and even
I
like,
would. That sounds amazing.
Could you imagine that comic cover of Superman in a hospital bed? I would absolutely buy that.
and even like the
Super
actual
Shivo.
Lois Lane is sitting there going, God, I wish Clark was here.
We need to take him off life support. It's time to remove his feeding tube. No, he's fucking Superman. He's gonna be okay.
The whole comic is just Lois Lane sitting next to his hospital bed, like crying for like 10 pages. little bit of prayer, a little bit of arguing with the doctor.
She goes to the cafeteria. She gets a sandwich.
Well, and
back,
even like
talks to the nurse.
the actual death of Superman story, it wasn't Superman like sacrificing himself to save the Earth. It wasn't Lex Luthor gaining the upper hand. Some big rocky guy just crash lands in Metropolis and beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
the
mean,
death of Superman.
That's what
That's
happens.
the beauty.
you know.
That's honestly the beauty of the death of Superman. Doomsday fucks. Like,
Yeah.
that guy just fucking shows up. It's like, I'm pissed, and the more pissed I get, the fucking sharper my joints get, and I'm gonna
fucking-
fuck somebody up.
Fucking
And
top
oh,
heel
man.
coming into that territory to completely bury the baby face.
His
Yep.
bone armor, his bone beard, and
God,
his
bone
green
chin.
biker shorts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, I ate that shit up back in the day. And that was my problem. I was fucking 8 years old and into comics for the most, time that I would ever be in my life. And then I never followed up on how Superman came back to life. It's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, figured he'd
He's
come
dead.
back.
I feel like that's the overall problem that DC Comics had after that was nobody else followed up, aka bought comics to see what happens.
Yeah. No, it's like, yeah, that fucking ruled. Like, Doomsday was like punching fucking people's faces into liquid and then eventually killed Superman. Like, cool. So he's the new face of DC Comics. This Doomsday, right? Nah, he's dead.
He definitely fucked up some other DC characters too.
Yeah, it was dope. But yeah, it was like, all right, well, nowhere to go but down from here. Like, I'm never gonna read these comics again. Like, that guy fucked Superman up. Why would I ever read another comic?
So
Yeah. That was literally my mindset. I love that comic, and eventually I read Kingdom Come, but
It was all right.
it was fine. Superman was back to life, and he was plowing a field. It was a metaphor, David. I assume you've read Kingdom Come,
Yes, I've read Kingdom Come.
David. I don't want to drop any big comic names on you, but I assume you've read Kingdom Come. Yeah.
Mark Wade, Alex Ross. Yes, I have read Kingdom Come. I'm
Oh, Mark
now
Waid.
looking at it on my shelf.
Yeah,
I
it's
should
one
read
of
that.
3
It's
fucking
pretty good.
graphic novels on my shelf. Let me go bust into my graphic novel collection of The Death of Superman, Kingdom Come, and what's that one? Watchmen. Watchmen. That's
Watchmen.
No, I think it's
Watchmen.
German. It's German. I believe it's pronounced Watchman.
Yeah, exactly. Und
Hey.
Watchmen.
hey,
der-
batch.
Remember that time we were driving to St. Augustine and I told Johnny to call somebody a bitch and he called him a watchman? That's what Johnny was just referencing. Jesus. Johnny, don't do things like that. That's too obscure of a reference for the second hour of the podcast.
For everybody.
Woo! Yeah.
No.
Anyway. Death and Return of Superman, a perfectly fine beat 'em up in which you get to play as multiple versions of Superman. And it's, for the Super NES, it was made by Blizzard. So, soundtrack by the same guys that did StarCraft, fucking Glenn Stafford, which is, kind of great. And, I didn't play it because I had read the comic. I didn't need to play the game anymore. Like, I don't care who comes back. Superman's dead. I'll wait for the next film. Give me the Cyborg Superman film. Give me Superboy. And, of course, the only one that got made was Steel. That was a mistake on their part. They probably should have made more movies than Steel. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know who was running DC back in the day, but it's like, you gotta, if you're gonna kill Superman and establish 4 new Supermans, you gotta support him. And they didn't. I don't know what was going on in the 90s with Superman, but it seems like there's a big gap there where no Superman movies came out. And they
They were
maybe could have.
trying.
Am I misremembering it? Is there a thing like some fucking weird online shit where Tim Burton was trying to make a Superman movie with Nicolas Cage?
Oh
Yeah.
no, that was the thing.
I posted
Okay.
a GIF in the Discord.
Yeah. Why didn't that happen?
It sounded
Like-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's never
Yeah.
too late. They can still do it.
The ship might have sailed on that one, John.
I don't know, man. Zack Snyder's Superman, but with Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage at age like 62.
Oh, they could do Dark Knight Returns.
They could.
Oh, that'd be
What I
good.
want to know, David, is since this game and this movie or this comic book run established the greatest of all villains, Doomsday, the perfect foil for Superman. What was Snyder thinking? Just trying to pack him into the last 10 minutes of Batman versus Superman, which was already the best movie ever. Like, why would you feel the need to throw Doomsday in there? Like, Doomsday is not the reanimated corpse of General Zod. So, like, David, I'd like you to explain to me what Zack Snyder was thinking, trying to just, I hate to say overstuff, but like, that movie felt a little overstuffed, and yet I'm clamoring for the 6-hour cut. Like,
Yeah,
release the Death and Return of Superman cut.
You can only put so much cheese in the crust of a pizza before it's too much. You know, like that you can overstuff a movie like this.
Can you?
I think that's called a calzone.
Right. Yeah, well, exactly. At some point, it just stops being a stuffed crust pizza. It becomes the world's most delicious calzone.
That's
So
the-
what is Batman versus Superman if not the world's tastiest calzone?
The calzone zone.
Ugh.
I hate
The
that
Kal-El calzone zone.
Oh, there we go.
Guys, we could start that restaurant.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder could fund it.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Kal-El Calzone Zone.
Oh my God,
I-
Mr. Snyder,
guys,
if you're watching, please.
Yeah.
And we know you are.
Can the
Uh-huh.
inside look like the Fortress of Solitude?
God. You go up to order, it's just crystals and Marlon Brando's face.
Oh my God. Beautiful.
I'm into it. I'm way into it. David, I can't believe that I stunned you into silence with all that Batman versus Superman talk. You got nothing for me? I thought this was delicious, delicious bait.
Save it for the movie commentary.
Okay, cool. Yeah, see you guys in the next movie commentary for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's coming, guys.
I'm saving it for you guys.
I get the next movie
I mean-
poll, so it's going to be Batman versus Superman. It's going to be the fucking Snyder Cut of Justice League. And then it's going to be like The Running Man and
Ooh.
some fucking random Stallone movie. And you guys are going to suffer no matter what. It's going to be dope.
I want to see the Running Man. That sounds good.
Oh, Running Man rose. Let's just shift gears and talk about The Running Man for another 90 minutes or so. Johnny, cue the movie up. And
Calculating computer
Ah!
activated.
oh, wait. That's not how The Running Man
Computers.
starts.
Beeps. Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jesse Moore.
Hey.
Hey, there he is. The Game That Tune champion, Jesse Moore, winning the superhero episode. I'm in no way surprised by that. Fantastic episode, Jesse. What a win for you. Jesse Moore, the doomsday of Game That Tune.
Yeah.
Just running through motherfuckers with those bone joint things.
Yeah.
David, I'm sorry. What are the things?
They're like bone armor that he can grow that become
Yeah.
weapons, and for
Right.
some reason, some of them are his beard.
Yeah. He's like the Hulk, but when he gets madder, it grows his bones in useful fighting ways. Like, Doomsday is a hell of a fucking character, fellas. What a guy. And Jesse, what a guy you are. And what a win this was, man. So, congratulations. You are the super winner of Game That Tune. And you have the privilege, nay, the obligation of picking the theme for our next episode.
Man, it's really hot outside, and it's really fun to go swimming when it's hot. So how about games in which you can swim?
I'll allow
Okay.
it. I like it. I
I
like
think
going
it'll-
swimming.
Yeah.
I've been not doing a whole lot of swimming myself. Having having a 3-year-old in a front yard now, I've mostly been hanging out in like kiddie pool type situations. Not very satisfying to the swimmer in me, but very satisfying to the guy that just likes cool water being sprayed all over his front lawn. So yeah, that great pick, Jesse. I like it. Because everybody loves a good water level. Like water levels,
Well,
I'd say the most beloved of all levels.
there are plenty of games in which you can swim and it's not necessarily a water level.
What?
Cloud swimming,
What?
pussy
like-
swimming.
Yeah. What?
Well, I don't know what that is, but
I'm sorry, David. What game are you picking? Game where you're just swimming in puss?
That's not a game. That's
That
just
game
called-
is called My Life.
Oh, it's called Neck Deep, starring David Fleming. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, I guess technically Jesse did not say swimming in water. I mean, I assume that's what he meant.
well, yeah. But what
It
I
could
was
be
saying
swimming
though,
in Jello, swimming in lava. Games where you can swim.
Johnny, name a game in which someone swims in Jello.
I can't do it off the top of my head, but I'm pretty certain I've played a game where you swim in Jello, and I'm gonna find it.
How do you swim in Jello? It's a solid.
I once heard a
Yeah.
podcast
Whoa,
about a
whoa,
guy
whoa.
fucking Jello.
Yeah, I'm sorry, David. Is Jello a solid to you? Is that Jello?
yes.
I mean, Jello exists
Yeah.
between two states of matter. That's just how it is.
It's
It-
more like a plasma.
It holds its shape regardless of its container. That's the definition of a solid.
Does it?
Yeah. Yes. Actually, John,
Yes.
yes, that is
Yes,
the
it
definition
does.
of a solid.
But I mean, fine, whatever. I'll cop to it. Yeah, you got me on that one. Jello's solid.
Yeah,
That-
science.
That a liquid adapts to the container that it's in, and gas fills the container that it's in.
But like Jello does all those things and just happens to hold its shape when you dump it out of the container. If anything, Jello is every element or every state of matter possible in one delicious Bill Cosby sponsored fucking dessert. Like,
Oh no!
they're alive,
That-
John. The Jigglers.
At what point is Jello a gas?
When you eat it, baby, when
Yeah,
you suck it
yeah.
down, it's a gas.
You haven't eaten enough of it.
Yeah, exactly. David doesn't eat Jello. Is
Yeah.
that what we're talking about on this episode? This motherfucker here doesn't eat Jello.
Yeah, because GC came in and said, "Sorry, heroes don't eat Jello."
Yeah, heroes don't do that.
So
Sorry,
We-
David. I don't mean to put you on blast like that, but
We only eat snack pack.
I mean, for the record, I fucking love Jello, but
yeah, I fucking love the Jello too.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
love I love
I love-
fucking the Jello.
I love when you're eating the Jello and their legs like get tighter on your head, and the Jello is so good.
I hate Jello.
fuck was this episode?
Guys, this is easily the worst. Like,
Best.
Happy
Ugh.
250th episode, everybody.
seriously, guys, can we just recap what happened in this episode?
Can we just mention that last episode we had Brental Floss, and then
Yeah.
this episode happened.
So we went from
we
rental
started-
floss.
We started
to
strong.
A strong start. Honestly, we couldn't have played the show any better. Like, fucking strong start with a popular contemporary superhero. Follow that up with the least popular, least superhero of all time, Bubsy. Follow that up with Fortnite and a discussion of Batman eating pussy for, I don't know, give or take 20 minutes.
I mean, if you're good at it, that's pretty much how long it takes, right?
What? No, Jesse God. What are you talking about? I don't think you might not be very good at it, man.
Well, no, you want to keep it going, you know.
That's so long.
I know. Well, they'll let you know when they're done. You know.
So then we followed up with David's least favorite Spider-Man NES game, in which we abruptly shift into the game he actually wanted to talk about, and mostly talk about Lego Batman and egg sandwiches. And then we finish off with Superman fighting Doomsday. Like, guys, this This
Classic.
really might be our
Instant
best
classic.
episode to date.
This was
Yeah.
amazing.
We did it. We nailed it, man. The show is over, guys. That's what I'm saying. You guys didn't realize it, but this is the final episode of Game That Tune.
No,
We're not going to top this. We're done.
We can't possibly. We hit every bizarre offshoot and
the death of GTT.
Remember
exactly.
And
So
then we
this
come
is
back
the
3
death
months
of Game
later.
That Tune. There will be no return. There's zero chance Game That Tune's returning. This is the final episode of Game That Tune.
No, this is the death of Game That Tune. So now we're going to have 4 new Game That Tunes come up to see
Yeah.
which one people like, and
Game
then
That Tune
not go
boy.
with any of them,
Wait,
and instead just come out of our healing coma.
Game That
So
Tune
from-
Steel.
So from 4 Game That Tunes, does that mean we each start our own Game That Tune where we just play against ourselves?
No, I kind of like the idea that David had. We're gonna do Cyborg Game That Tune. We're gonna do fucking a weird clone of Game That Tune. We're gonna do Game That Tune Black or Steel.
Game That Tune Eradicator.
Game That Eradicate.
And then Eradicator. I don't know what really characterizes that, but yeah,
Eradicate that
that's
tune.
that's it. That's what I do on a nightly basis, John. That's what I say when I go down on my wife. I'm gonna eradicate that tune.
Wow. Guys, remember when I played Super Mario Brothers 1 and you thought that was the worst?
Yeah, it
What's
still
the
is.
worst, John?
It still is.
That's the
I don't know.
beauty of it, John. You can't dig up, stupid. You established a very fucking high floor for us. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, the best episode of Game That Tune of all time. Thank you, guys. Our 250th episode. I didn't intend for it to be a celebration, but it turns out it's a celebration of everything that makes Game That Tune the stupidest fucking podcast that ever existed. Thank you for listening. I love everybody. Love love you guys, and I love the listeners / the viewers. Thanks to everybody who's watching along live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thanks to everybody listening in podcast form. We appreciate you guys. Check us out, GameThatTune.com, or anywhere you get your podcast. Leave us a rating or review or whatever. After 250 episodes, we probably should have more ratings than we have, but it's okay. I don't mind. Thanks to everybody checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune. We've got awesome exclusives on Patreon. We've got Covered Up. We've got mixtapes. We've got GTT gems. We've got just a lot of fun stuff going on over there at patreon.com/GameThatTune. You help us keep the lights on at the 24/7 music live stream on Twitch. That would be twitch.tv/GTT radio. And we appreciate you guys supporting us. Special thanks to the absurd fans on Patreon: Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Wise, Sam L, Mork, Tasty, Grammary, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsettled Zebra, and the Last Rican, a fantastic group of patrons we've got over there at patreon.com/GameThatTune. Thank you to Unsettled Zebra, Absurd Fan, for the request tonight. We appreciate that. You can send us your requests in our Discord server, or send us email gamethattune@gmail.com, or hit us up on Twitter at GameThatTune, or you can find us individually on Twitter. I am there at JGangsta187. You can find John Regan, the Doomsday of Game That Tune, on Twitter at
JP Regan Jr.
You can find David Fleming, the Cyborg Superman of Game That Tune, on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
And you can find Jesse Moore, we merely call him Superboy, on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Hell yeah, guys. So, Jesse, you've got bonus tunes, and I can't wait to hear them because I'm sure they have nothing to do with eating pussy.
Shit, I don't think they do.
Ha!
I actually went with something that's video game topic related. So
You fool.
God, what a I really blew it this time, guys. Anyways, it's the 30th anniversary of Legend of Zelda. I've been 35th anniversary of Legend of Zelda. Nintendo has that really cool looking Game & Watch thing that I know I don't need, and I know I'd probably play it for like 10 minutes, but it sure is cute. And Also, I've been listening to a lot of One Ups. So, it's One Ups and a Zelda song. So,
No specific Zelda song, just the one-ups doing a Zelda song.
It's I forget. It's the like first like da 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 da
The main theme of Zelda.
But they have like a fancy name that like denotes the type of music you're going to be hearing.
Sure.
So it's that.
All right, that's gonna be great. Peace out, everybody. Man, that was jazzy. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is copyright 2020 Sony Interactive Entertainment Incorporated. Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Furred Kind is copyright 1995 Accolade Incorporated. Fortnite is copyright 2017 Epic Games Incorporated. Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six is copyright 1992 LJN Toys Limited. DC Superhero Girls Teen Power is copyright 2021 Toy Box Incorporated. The Death and Return of Superman is copyright 1994 Sunsoft.